Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have the long-awaited brow tutorial, the brow update. So yeah, you guys interested in this video, stick around and keep on watching.
Savannah, I'm coming home, Savannah.
Okay, so you guys have been waiting on this video for a long time. I know every time I'm gonna give you an eyebrow tutorial and I never do it. So I'm sitting down today and I'm gonna focus solely on my brows. So I hope you guys appreciate it. Yes, okay, so the brows them hot, them think it's soap, but it's not. So first of all, I'm gonna go in and tell you guys the tools and products that I use, things that I rotate in between. So first of all, you have the ABH, trusty ABH, tried and true OG brow product. This stuff is just bomb. This is her Dipbrow pomade. I have chocolate and ebony. Chocolate is a little bit more on the reddish brown side and ebony is a little bit more on the charcoal brown side, a little bit darker basically. So I love to use these, but I also love to use a powder with my pomade. So sometimes I grab for the Sigma Brow Duo, and this is the one in dark. So you can tell you have two powders in there, but one of my faves, I must say, because it has the pomade and the actual powder in it at one time. So I kind of grab for this more so than any other product, especially if I'm in a rush and I open up. Look, it's struggling. Y'all see it? Okay. Yeah, especially if I'm in a rush and I don't want to use, I'm saying, like, everything is just right here. You have the pomade over here and you have the powder. So I really do like the Sigma Brow Kit, and this one is in extra dark. Okay, next up on the menu, I have my pencils. These are several pencils that I get over here in Japan. These are an Asian brand, so just go out and get whatever brow pencil that you can go out and get. Ain't nothing different, okay? This is just an Asian brand. I have dark brown and I have chocolate brown. I have dark brown and I have black brown, so I have those two, and I have the felt tip type. If you follow me from back in the day, my first brow tutorial, I showed you how to do extremely fine brush strokes, like brow strokes basically. I still use this product. I love this product. It's an eyeliner. It is the One Day Tattoo Real Lasting Eyeliner pens, I should say, and I have two. One is called brown and the other one is called charcoal brown. So yeah, they just have that felt tip, and this is what's going to help you to create extra hair strokes basically, so the brows can look extremely natural. Now let's get into tools, things that I like to use. I have 3 brushes here for adding on the pomades and stuff like that. So I have 2 that are pinched, and what I mean by pinched is you get your brush, okay, your regular brush, and you take, if you follow me on Snapchat, you know this already because I gave you this tip from like way in the beginning of the year. That's why you gotta follow me on Snapchat. I don't come through all the time, but when I come through with gems, okay? Yes, so you get your brush and you get your eyelash glue. Basically, I use eyelash glue, and you dab it on the top of the brush. You wait for it to dry, let it get tacky. Don't go in and press it right away. Let it sit, let it dry basically, and then you go in and you pinch the top, and by pinching the top, you can get like a really precise type of stroke with these brushes. So I have 2 flat ones that I like to use. I have one that has no product in it, basically no eyelash glue. Yes. My brain is just going. No eyelash glue. So for this one, I like to use powder. And for these 2, I like to use the pomade. And you know, I can really get in there and make some really fine strokes. So I have a flat one also, you know what I'm saying? So I got the flat, and then you got the angled brush basically. So these 2 are pinched, and that's what I use that for. Next on the menu, you're gonna need like a little spoolie. I get this over here in Japan, and I have this dual-ended brush. I'm not a fan of dual-ended anything, because they're a lot harder to store, but it is what it is. Okay, I really like this brush. You have the thicker side, and this is for powder, for them to brush like the powder on, like you can really fill it in basically. That's why it's nice and wide and full and all of that. And then you have the other side, which is great for, you know, the pomade, for drawing little hair strokes and stuff like that. Yes, so the brows them hot, them think it's soap, but it's not. I used to use clear mascara to do this, to push my brows up and make them stay, but I find that it takes a lot more time. And I remember one of my subbies says, yo, all you gotta do is put some Got2b glue on them and you good to go. So I was like, hold on, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. I ain't gonna lie. That was genius, okay? Only one person came through and told me about this, and I was like, Got2b for the brows. Like, whoa, okay. Let me tell you, I tried this and I have not gone back. So this is what I use to get my brows to stay up. Okay, so that is a lot of chit-chatting. Let's get into the actual brow demonstration and all of that. Okay, so let's zoom in so we can get within. Okay, so before we go in and start to do the little brow demo, I'm actually going to show you how I groom my brows. It's very, very easy, very simple. I don't do a whole lot. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but I have little, you know, hair strokes and stuff like that. So yeah, hair strokes, girl, little regrowth. Okay, so first I like to go in with some regular Vaseline and just put that right up under the brow where I'm going to basically shave it off. Yes, I shave my brows. I do not pluck. They grow back. They don't grow back all at once. Like, you know, I don't know. Okay, they just don't grow back all at once. Okay, they come in sporadically. They come in when they want to come in. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I do. Like, I can always, you know, like, I'm afraid of really messing up my brows by plucking and waxing and stuff like that, because when you do stuff like that, they tend to not want to grow back. Okay, I've heard the horror stories and I don't want to try it. So I'm a shaver, so I notice that my tail always comes in first and then this middle area comes in afterwards, and then I'll have like a few right here and stuff like that. So every time I do my makeup or whatever, I like to go in and, you know, just do my brows. But before I do that, I kind of just, you know, like to put a little Vaseline to get that slip so it's really, you know, it's safe. And then I brush my brows up and out of the way, this direction. They do not want to stay. That's just the way they are. I don't know why, okay? And this is the blade that I use. I get these over here in Japan. And I'm going to pull my skin and just really get... So very, very simple. I don't remove any of the hair on top. I let them stay there, you know, let them do what they do, whoop-de-woo. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the mirror so I can groom them some more, but basically that's what I do. I just wanted to show you. I have a little bit more right here I want to take off, so let me go ahead and do that off camera, and let's come on back and do this. Okay, now that they're all nice and clean and ready to be filled in, I'm gonna go in with some sea breeze and a little cotton pad. Basically, I'm gonna wipe off that oil, that Vaseline. Basically, you don't want that there, and this kind of just does the job. You know what I'm saying? Okay, another very important step before I fill in my brows is to moisturize. So I like to go in with my Nivea cream. I know you're saying like, what? Yes, because I wiped it down like that. It's really, really dry, and I don't want it to be really dry. Basically, I want my skin to be nice and, you know what I'm saying? So I would go back in and add some moisturizer over my brows. Nothing too heavy, basically, just a little something, something, okay? And I'm using the soft cream today, okay? Now, as you can tell, my brows naturally want to go down. They come up right here and then they go over and down. This is what they naturally want to do, and these are fine brows. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to push them up like I do. There's nothing wrong with this. And when I'm in a rush and stuff like that, like, I just fill them in like this. I don't bother doing the Gots to Be and stuff like that. But I know you want to see the Gots to Be brows because that's what I've been doing in my videos and y'all want to see it. So let's do it. Okay. So now we're going to get our spoolie and the gel. Okay. And I don't trim my hairs or anything like that. I leave them. Okay. So I'm going to get just a little bit of the product. And I'm going to brush through the product like that just to pick up some. Can you do something? Okay. Just a little bit, and what we're gonna do is start to just brush them up. I also have a fan on me. It's good to do this in a cool setting, that way it kind of dries a lot quicker. Basically, makes sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna dry down a lot quicker. And while I push them up, I like to brush them over like this, and that's just to get the product behind the hair. That way they definitely stick down. Okay, you don't need a whole lot of this stuff because this gel really does stick like it's glue. And then I go in with the end of my little thing right here, my little brush, and just press it down. Press it down. Sometimes I have unruly hairs like that one. Did you see him? Like what he was trying to do? Why am I always leaning away from? Oh, okay. brush him up and get him going, girl. But this is what I use to get the brows to stay up. Okay. We're gonna press it down, press it down, press it down. Okay. And then we're just gonna kind of push over the top, just to kind of get the hairs going over and not directly straight up, basically. So you see how much brow I got with that? I mean, this is still a good brow, okay? But over here it's kind of like, ooh. That's what it's about, okay? And yeah, that one is dry. So I'm gonna do the other one and let's come on back, okay? Okay, so now that I have that, I'm gonna go in with a little cotton swab and I'm gonna spray some of my Sea Breeze on that. And I'm gonna go in and just wipe up around the brow because you wanna get rid of the extra gel around the brow. You don't want that to stay there because then it's gonna look like a little paste after you do your makeup and stuff like that. So always just go in and clean up the edges of the extra gel. Just wipe around it, go around on the drier side of the cotton swab and just wipe that area nice and clean. Okay. Okay, so depending on the mood that you're in, you would use any of these products here, okay? But today I'm feeling like using my pencils and powder, so I'm gonna do pencil and powder brow because it's just a lot quicker. So what I do with the pencil, you would substitute for the pomade if you're going to be using pomade, basically, okay? But today I'm gonna be using the pencil. Also, another tip, if you want to leave this brow and have it really, you know, like looking like brow, you skip all of these steps. Not all of these steps, but you skip all the other products and you just use the liquid pens basically and create little brow strokes. But today we're gonna go for a full brow because this is what I've been doing here on YouTube. So I figure that's the brow that you guys really wanna see. Okay, so remember, what I do with the pencil, you can substitute for the pomade, okay? And one of the pinched brushes that I showed you, basically, okay? So I'm gonna go in and start to create my shape. Am I ducking away from the shot? I'm gonna go in and start to create my shape. And I can't do too much talking right here, like, I need to concentrate. Okay. And I'm going in very lightly. I don't want, you know, like you don't want to push against the hair and disturb them and like lift them basically. So I'm just lightly grazing over that area. So you want to make sure you go out and get a good brow pencil, okay? And we're going to do the same thing for the top. So we're basically just hugging the same shape that we already have with the brow and kind of extending it, okay? So we have a little bit more of a longer situation going on in the corner there. You see? Shape, honey. Okay, come through, do the do. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the thicker one right now. If this camera don't, oh my god, everything falling over. Okay, so a while ago I used the thinner one, this one on this end. I use this one right here, and I'm gonna go in with the thicker one. And with the thicker one, what I like to do, it has like a little flat style type of situation. Can you see that? Can you see? So it has a little flat style situation. So what I like to do with that is very lightly just go up, you know, and kind of fill in any sparse areas so we have like the same color. So for this part, what I would do with the pomade is go in with the brush that has no glue in it, like the softer brush basically, and kind of just flatten it in the pomade, wipe it off a little bit and then fill it in. So what I do with the pencil, you substitute with the pomade, but go in very lightly with the pomade because pomades are a little bit softer and very pigmented, high pigmented. Girl, out here creating new situations. Okay, yeah, so what I do with the pencil, you substitute for the pomade. Can't say it enough. okay? So brows looking like whoop-de-whoop. Now you can leave it like this. It still has a nice stroke. You can see your own hairs and stuff like that. But I'm going to go in, I want to make it a little bit stronger. Like over here, you can still see you have lots of hair strokes and it's a lot fuller, a much more youthful brow, very soft and pretty. You get what I'm saying? So you have two brows. You can stop right here and that's it. But I'm not going to stop, okay? I'm going to keep going, okay? That's why I don't do my brows on camera, because this stuff takes forever. Now I'm going to go into the powder. For the powder, I go into this or the Sigma one. It's only two powders that I have, but today I'm going to go into the sleek one, okay? So with the fluffy brush, basically, now if you don't have a brush like this, all you need to do is get yourself a little eyeshadow brush that is on an angle or kind of like fluffy, and just be, you know, woo-ti-woo with it, just a little soft and delicate with it, okay? These things is hard to explain. So with the powder, what I'm gonna do is lightly just brush over that to take away from the shine of the gel. That's the reason for that powder, okay? That's the main reason for the powder. You can set this with a translucent powder, but I prefer to use a brown powder. That way it looks a lot, you know what I'm saying? Looks more proper. Okay, now for the fun part. Okay, for the exciting part, I'm gonna go in with both of my, what is this? Eyeliner pen. These are eyeliners, not brow pens. You can definitely get brow pens, so you don't have to use this, but I like these two. I've been using these for years, ever since I came to Japan, basically. So I have the black brown and I have the dark brown. I'm gonna go in with the black brown first, and with this, very lightly, very steady hand, you barely wanna touch the skin, you wanna start to go in and create little hair strokes, okay? So I definitely cannot talk to you through here, okay? So just watch and learn now. Okay. And I find that the longer you make the strokes, the more better it looks, opposed to like doing little short strokes. Like, don't chop it off, you know what I'm saying? Go straight in and create long strokes, and try not to pass over the same area twice. Keep moving over the brow. It gets a lot darker, but still I like it, because by the time I do my face powders and all of that stuff falls in the brow and it kind of gets a lot more softer. Okay, you can definitely go in and soften this up with a lighter powder if you don't like it to be this harsh, but I like a good, strong, bold, youthful brow. You feel me? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the chocolate one, and for the chocolate one, well, for the lighter brown, basically, not the chocolate one, but the lighter brown pen, I'm gonna go in and do little strokes on the inner corner of my brow, and I tend to just use this right in this area here, because you always want in here to be a little lighter. Okay, so we're gonna make that dry, and then we're gonna go and brush over it so it becomes a lot softer. But that is basically it for the brows. That is what I do. This is what you guys have been waiting on. I kind of just rotate between all of these products, but that's basically it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and clean them up and share with you a few extra tips before we close off this video. Okay. Okay, so to soften up the brow, not that the pencil is dry, I just like to clean off this brush and take that same brush and just kind of buff over the pencil strokes, or the pen strokes I should say, and that just makes it a lot softer. It just takes away that first layer to get rid of the harshness. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it's very subtle. It does something. Okay. Okay, so next tip is to clean up. You got to go in and you got to clean up. You can't just leave it like this. You want to go in with your concealer and kind of bring it back to life. You know what I'm saying? Your concealer is going to give it more of a shape and really, you know what I'm saying, like really make them stand out. Okay, now this is a tedious brow. This is not something I do all the time, but for my videos, when I have time for my videos, I sit down. This is what I do, okay, because they're fun. So for my concealer, I like to use number 40 by Colorpop. Okay, and I have 380 by Fenty. I like to use these two right now, my favorite concealers. So I also like Huda, but I don't use Huda under my brows. I use that under my eyes. So we're just gonna create little dots. So today I'm gonna be using 40 by Colorpop, and I have my little concealer brush right here. So let's go in and sharpen up that situation. You see, that's what, okay. That's what that do. Just took it to a whole nother level. Okay, that's all that was about. That's it, right there. You see that? Just came to life out of nowhere. Like, where did you come from? Boom. Okay. Okay, so now that you have that, my second tip. Woo, child, we're gonna get into it, okay? Because I see y'all still doing this and I don't understand why. I don't. I'm trying to help y'all, but now I ain't gonna say I'm the best at doing makeup, but there's just some things you don't do. And one of those things is, especially if you are my skin tone or darker, is use this same color and put it up here talking about you trying to clean up. No, that is not what you do. You go in with your foundation, take some of your foundation color and put it up here. I don't do it. I don't care for doing it. You see what I'm saying? When I put on my foundation, I put on my foundation. But I know a lot of people love to go in and clean up the upper area. Whatever you do, all I'm saying, do not put this same color up here. Stay away from the halo brows, okay? Go in with your foundation. Go in with a color that is close to your skin tone or that is your skin tone to clean up here. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. So that is basically all I do. That's really all I do for my brows. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and do my makeup off camera so we can close out this video. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do that. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me come a little bit closer so y'all can see. Aren't they fun? Yes, honey. Gots to be for the brows. Okay guys, so that is it for this brow tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this little demo. You see, I gave it to you before 2020. We did it in 2019, okay? Yes, that's basically what I do for my brows when I'm on camera. I don't do this all the time. Sometimes I'm in a rush and I'm not able to do this because it is tedious, but for my videos and for pictures and stuff like that, I kind of, you know, sacrifice the time, basically. So yeah, just some good old-fashioned guts to be glued, no lamination, no crazy stuff, okay? Something that you can go out and purchase at the pharmacy and you can have some really bomb brows. If they work for my brows, they should work for yours as well. I have some really unruly brows, as you can tell. I'm going against the grain. I'm kind of pushing them up and they want to come down, but this makes them stay and it stays all day. So yeah, if it is your first time here, please subscribe, join the family. We are a happy bunch. Make sure you hit that notification bell while you are at it, okay? If you like the video as much as I love making this video for you, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Please share the video because sharing is caring. And follow me on all of my social media platforms, which is Instagram, Snapchat. Everything is under Savannah Sylver. And yeah, until the next video, I will see you guys really soon.